Hello, everybody. Sorry for the tardiness, but the weather again is kicking me. We have some really bad. I mean, really bad. It's cold. It's cold and it's drizzly, wintry mix, and I even have to take out a garbage bag, and I don't want to open the front door because it's so nice and warm inside, even if I still feel what's going on outside. And I realized I was moving a little bit slower than normal, so I said, let me get a buffer. So, what I'm going to show you now is you know that I am an affiliate of PolyClayPlay, and I do not get any money. I do get credit to the store, and that is what makes me be able to get gift cards when I have the events with the drawings. And I think I said that before. Sometimes I would go get stuff from AliExpress, even if it takes me a while, couple weeks at least, to get the things, and then I test them, and then I tell Trish, okay, this is good, this is not good, this is so on and so forth. Or sometimes I am thinking of something, and I discuss it with Trish, and she tries to make it, and then we try to see how it works. And one of the things that I've been talking to her about, and she finally got around to do some samples and send them to me. And after this, I hope she's going to actually do the stuff for sale. I'm not sure if she put it up for sale yet or not, but there are some. And she also sent me another texture with the wolf. We'll talk about this here in a little bit. She did a new handle, and she made me a stamp with the Kalyana design on it. But the whole thing is about these new cutters. And how this all came about is because you know that I always check the fashion for that year. So let me take a minute and say hi, Pamela. Hi, Elaine. I'm glad that you're safe. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Darla. Hi, Chris. Hi, Sweet Pea. Hi, Rhonda. And in the fashion part of this year, this spring towards summer, I noticed that the spiral was very, very in fashion. I mean, I found the spiral on several, what you call it, fashion websites. So I asked her if she could do it, and she tried a few times, and she got a real great job. She did a really great job. And let me try and find them. She's going to do them also mirrored, so you can do what do I call it, earrings that would be mirror-like. But she sent me several sizes, and what I wanted to show you is how to get the most of the whole thing. I think that these would not be, they would be good for something, but I'll show you for what things, the smallest ones. This is absolutely fabulous when it comes to a pendant. And this would be about earring size, even if I would go for a size even larger than this, to be very honest. So I don't know, I see these, they are not the exact same size, so there is a tapering to them. So this would be the largest, then this, then this, then this, then this, and then this, which once you have them all mirrored would be wonderful for bib necklace. But, and obviously with a nice pendant you can also do a nice pendant. But let's go ahead and see what can we do with it. And for the first thing to do with it, let me grab my thing here, see if I have enough of what I need. As I said, please forgive me, but I am moving slow this morning. It's not so these are stamplers and cutters at the same time. And goodness gracious, what is this? I mean, the last few days have been horrible for me, pain-wise, and my knees, and making things better. Trying to figure out, no, this is not a pearl. Okay, I'm going to grab some gold and some purple. Yeah, the thing with the Stampler is that you can use a double thing, actually. And I will show you that here in a minute. You can actually make several flat beads to make a tiered... let me get this off. I don't know about you, but myself, whenever I'm getting... I get hot when I'm in pain. Yeah, and it's, as I said, it's cold. Right now I think it barely broke 40. And I don't know what is this here. I must have grabbed the purple from the table without looking at it properly. So let's do this. Yeah, I know it looks like a very weird combination, but I can assure you that it's going to look beautiful. Yeah, Armor Roll is absolutely fabulous as a release. Makes your clay not stick to stuff. It's really great. Alrighty. Oh, and by the way, there was another thing I wanted to show you when you try to get your Skinner blend faster. Do this, and then I'm going to get it in length. It's something I discovered recently. Hey. And then I'm going to cut it again and go in length. And I'm going to do this. And you can go with it to obtain a perfect gradient, but because I'm going to work with these spirals and I want a specific, I want more mica shift play on it, I am going to actually not go Don't you touch my armor all, huh? I'm sorry, Darla. It does, Catherine. It's like as you grow older, the time goes by so darn fast. It's like it feels in the evening, when it's 8 o'clock in the evening, it's like, what the heck? I just woke up this morning and it's already evening. Again, and I'll be doing this several times, but now I'm going to start rolling it a little bit tighter. There's a lot of combinations of colors that you can do like this, obviously. I know, right? And Christmas was like a breeze the whole holiday season. And it was like, oh my God, it's already Valentine's Day, and now it's, oh my God, it's Easter. Okay, I'm going to start on the purple side now. I am I've been watching these days a lot AI stuff, and it is true that it can be bad. Depends what you use it for. because I've seen some things that were absolutely fabulous. I know. All right, and this should be the very last one of them. I'm going to start working for the regular thing. So what I want something that would be about as thick as this. So okay, and I'm going to try and see if it fits or if I need it longer. Sorry. Come here. Yeah, it's good. But on this part, I'm going to start about here. And I'm going to thin this out a little bit. And this I can redo it. I can keep it for future stuff. This can go even shorter. Do I want this? Do I want this? I think I want this. Okay, now I'm going to slightly get it all around here. Of course, you don't have to do this. I'll show you another way of doing this without having to work this all around. And I did it backwards. Oh well. So I guess I'm gonna end up with this side. Things happen. So I forgot to put armor on. Why didn't you yell at me? And I didn't do it right. Well, it would still work, but not for the full thing. Yeah, see, I didn't do it right. Goodness gracious me. I need to try this again. So we're gonna do it the other way. I did have my own idea about this, but I didn't do it properly. So we're gonna start it again. This time I'm not going to go too far. Cut and get it like this, and then flatten it. And yes, we are going to resin it so you can see all the prettiness. As I said, when I'm in pain, it's like my brain functions with a lot of hiccups, unfortunately. So this should be good. All right, this time I'm not going to forget. And I'm not going to forget to get the spiral the other way either. Alrighty. So this should work. Oh, you have no idea how many mistakes, how many times before I got something right. It happens all the time. I don't know. There we go. So now we have the spiral completed. Just making sure that it's coming all off. And if you can push harder than I can, you won't have problems. You won't have to do what I'm doing now. But you know, my hands are weak. And therefore, I need to make sure that the cut goes all the way through. And there we go. I still need to clean. Where's my okay, so And of course you can keep this pretty much as is and bake it like this and then sand and buff it, or you can go directly with reasoning. What I'm going to do though is, because I did put my little claws in it, I need to remedy that. Which, by the way, this is how you do remove fingernail prints, pretty much. I don't like this here. So let's see which is prettier, this one or this one. Yeah, let's stay with this one. And make sure that you have this pretty much. Didn't put it right back, and then I'm looking for it. Of course, honestly, before doing anything else, not in a hurry like here, what I would do, I would nicely try and do a little bit, a tiny bezeling here. And you know that me personally, I would always go with sanding and buffing, not with reasoning. But there is another thing that I'm going to show you. Anyway, this one I'm going to just simply resin. Come on, I only need one. And as more difficult as it may seem, it's not difficult to do a spiral resin. You just have to do it in a few steps. If you're very sure-handed, you can put the resin on all of it, but I don't want to take the risk of it running over if I put too much in one spot, because I am known to do that. But this will look absolutely fabulous once it's you can see all the mica thing. You can even do the whole torsion thing and just cut slices out of it to get beautiful marbling mica. Okay. Now, let's go for the other kind of thing that I wanted to show you. And I'm going to take two different colors. The thing is that you can do, I advise you to have the first one baked before going to the second one. I'm going to do it in one hit. But you'll be able to do two at the same time. Two different colors at the same time. But as I said, I do recommend that you do the first one, remove the insert, and then bake it, and then place the other insert in. So let's see, let me choose one that's a little bit larger, so we can and you can do that with all kinds of colors. Honestly, I have no idea what these are. Cutters? Just plain cutters? Maybe? Okay. And I moved it. I hope I didn't do too big of a mess by moving it. We need something smallish. And you have to excuse me for a little bit. I hear one of my cats. I'm sure you don't because it's very faint. I need to check what's going on. Stranger cat in the backyard. I already got out the stuff that was supposed to be gotten out. Now I have to take it out and this is not good because it's going to leave a dot. No, let me try with a... So if they are too small, it's not a good thing. So no, this is not going to work. It's impossible to get them out. So to remember, only larger than this, even this is not, this is the largest one. But you can get stuff with, you can still do this. The thing is that, and remember I do have, you can even leave it hollow like this, the bead. But remember I do have a couple, whatchamacallit, let me put this again one more time. How to do inlays. So what you do, you practically get this, bake it. I need to bake it, and after you bake it, you insert clay in here, and then you... Let's try with plastic. Let's see if plastic works. Let's see. You're talking about cling wrap, right? And I'm using this beige, but what I would do, remember I had a couple tutorials using cernit chopped up. It was like gold and bronze and different kinds of, and copper with some translucent too, and made it up like in a gemstone. That's what I would use for the insert, because it would look absolutely fabulous. And if you make it with an off-white, it will look like ivory or bone. Okay, so let's try this. It comes after my hand. So I'm not sure that I can go through the plastic, honestly, with my hands. Kinda, sorta. But you're right, the middle stayed there, it didn't come after, didn't come up in the thing. And of course I lost my X-Acto knife. I have no idea where it went. Yeah, but see here what happens when I have the it's rounded up, and you don't want it rounded up. So I would still just go with it as is, and then insert. So to remember, unless you want to do these things hollow, you don't want to go too small. Yeah, and I think personally that this is the best way to test the market, is to try what okay here. It's almost like a yin yang, but not exactly entirely. So yeah, insert inlaying after you bake it is the best, because otherwise I'm not even sure if this would work well with a regular metal cutter. But as I said, I would go for, and let me actually try and find it for you. Give me a second. The one that I'm talking about. Come on, you stupid fake YouTube. There we go. Almost there. Okay, so turn it off and let's turn on the display. So this one, getting the at the very end. This one. See this specific coloring. I would put that in the insert. I would inlay it. Let me get back. No, actually, this is of how to make the medallion, not the stone. So this is part 2. Where's part 1? Where is part 1? Should be in the video description. Oh, it's on the live of August. So this is it, how to make it. So remember, this is all Cernet. And I'm showing how to make the pendant. So this is how you make the pendant using Cernet. If you don't have Cernet, you can definitely use Primo, but you will need 3 colors of metallic or pearlescent plus translucent, and you just chop it, and then there's that. So there we go. Yeah, this is not Amazon, Christina. This is PolyClayPlay. Yeah, if you get somebody in Europe who's making these, it's wonderful. But unfortunately, PolyClayPlay, I know she ships overseas, but just as a caution thing, she is not to blame for the cost of shipping. It's the postal services just went sky high. I mean, I remember, so let's see, when I first started the channel in 2017, so that's almost 8 years ago, it was the flat rate box was $6.95, and now, let me see, I don't know why my internet is so slow. Okay, calculate the price. Yeah, no, it wants me to give it a zip code. Oh, I forgot the 7 here. So now the small ones are 1065. So in 8 years it went up almost 50%. So what can I say? So let me try and figure out this thing. First of all, let me see my stamp, because she wanted me to tell you all that she can make stamps. So, oh, there was some nasty black there. It's okay. So let's see the stamp. She put something else there except besides the I don't know what this is. So yeah, the stamp is very pretty. Get my thing back here. I cannot press it properly, but I assure you it's very pretty and very sharp. I don't know what this is. But yeah, you can order stamps. And as I was saying, this, you can make it as is. Of course, you can do a much better job at cutting than I can. And if you make it an off-white with a little bit of translucent in it, it will look like bone. And the spiral is generally a symbol of growth. And if we go by the ancient wisdom, the spiral going clockwise is for the future. The spiral anti-clockwise, like this one is for the past. So extract wisdom from the past. This is what these would be. And I'm afraid that you are right, Christina. But yeah, this is, let's look at the big thing. Let me refocus a little bit. And get my light down and warmer. There we go. This will be better. You can see how all those, as I said, and see, this is what I'm talking about. I prefer to sand and buff, because this is what always happens when you don't spend enough time to resin. You don't put enough and it's going to, but I'm fine with sanding and buffing. Remember that I am using, and I'm not making any money on that, on this thing. I'm using the that modified pedicure wand, and I showed it. Let's see, not here. Okay, it's this one. Let me share it. No, not this one. Yeah, it's this one, and I show the difference between this one and the thing that was very in vogue at the time. So this one shows you, and if you go to my Amazon account, give me just a second, you can find it in the sanding supplies here, but if you don't have one, you probably should hurry. Look at this. See how they replace their stuff? Going to have to go in there and remove it. But yeah, you can get the callus remover, and then you get yourself this 2-inch sandpaper, and you'll need a foam interface, because what I did, I just glued the foam interface to the callus remover. The stuff, the sanding stuff that comes with the this electric thing doesn't work on polymer clay. And get yourself a set. So I have here several sets, and also I recommend this specific type of organizer because the little 2-inch things fit perfectly in here. And then of course you can use the by hand this, but I also have my recommendations for buffing. Let me see, buffing tools. I recommend high-end or a lower-end Dremel with a flexible shaft. Always. Myself, I have one of these, and I think this, the Black & Decker, but with the flexible shaft too. And then these, make sure that you get wool, not cotton. The wool is much better, and PolyClayPlay has these in wool as well. And they do an absolutely fabulous thing. So yeah, what I have is the Black & Decker with the thing attached. And I think I have one, yeah, I have one of these too that I have for backup. Of course, you can get one of these benchtop polishers, but I can tell you one thing, it's much harder if you have any type of rounded stuff. It's much harder to hold it with your hand when you're polishing. So yeah, this is pretty much what I would recommend. But what I wanted to check was the tool. Oh yeah, you can get this off because she told me she did that. This is a handle. I don't know how this helps anything. This doesn't work in. I don't know what these are with the, because see they each have one. I don't know what they are for. But there was a green thing that I somehow lost here. Oh, there's a ladybug thing. I'm gonna have to test this. Yeah. Where's the red green thing? I lost it. I put it somewhere. I'm getting worse and worse with putting stuff away. I don't know. This is a handle for the stamplers, but what I have here are not stamplers. I probably have them in the other package, but I don't want to move right now because I found a position in which my back isn't hurting that much, so I don't want to turn around too much. If that makes any sense to you. Anyway, this is, I'm going to work some more with these and then get back with Trish and tell her that the small ones they work as stamps, but I don't know if they would work properly as cutters. This one works as cutter, but and you can do all kinds of and I am going to do something else with this, hopefully even today, if I don't hurt too much. But I have an idea for this with Nautilus fossil. So let's see how this works. Okay, so I guess I'll see you next Sunday, and hopefully we are supposed to have good weather this coming week with no tornadoes or rain or snow or any of that ugly stuff. And I know that what I've seen on the NOAA, Norman Weather Service, National Weather Service, it doesn't look like, my goodness, oh yeah, thank you for seeing. Oh yeah, this is one with a thing. There you go, maybe I can do a better cut, a better impression with this. Let's see. I think I just got a weather alert. Give me a second. Yes. Freeze warning. How nice, isn't it? Okay. There we go. So yeah, as a stampler it looks beautiful, and I will make something with it. But what I wanted was this. This is why I needed these things. So this works great, including from, you know what it would make wonderful with for mother of pearl. This would look absolutely fabulous with for mother of pearl. And with that chopping technique it would look good too, because, but you'll have to, I mean, you can resin it if you want, but I would just go with varnish. And this looks awesome. Okay, so I guess I'll see you next Sunday, and hopefully I'll be able to work on what I wanted to do with these, because my and yeah, I had to do two announcements. Actually, I'm gonna do only one now. I discovered an absolutely fabulous weatherman. He does lives when it comes to tornado stuff, and what I like about him is that he is very calm. It doesn't hype up and it doesn't make you all anxious, but he looks very knowledgeable, and what can I say, I subscribe to him as to be my everyday weatherman from now on when it's bad, and I wanted to recommend him to you just because of the quality of his thing. His name is Connor, and I posted the link to his channel, so you might want to subscribe and get him, get the bell so you know when he comes online if you have bad weather. So I'll see you all next Sunday. Thank you so much for everything. Have a wonderful what's left of Sunday, and no tornadoes and no freezes and no sun, no nothing. Just be happy and be safe. Okay? Thank you. Bye.